All of us, including my humble self standing here, all the politicians in northern Nigeria, in the last 15 years, we should be held accountable.
Hello and what's up, guys? In this video, we are diving into a big story that has everyone talking. A northern governor has boldly come forward to hold northern politicians, including himself, accountable for the challenges facing the region. He didn't hold back. He said all of us, including myself, should answer for what's happening in the north over the past 15 years. Poverty, unemployment, lack of education, insecurity. As of 2016, things like banditry, kidnapping, and insurgency weren't part of our reality here in this state and the northwest. So, what went wrong? But it didn't stop there. Northern youths are also speaking out, and their words are hard to ignore. One youth stated, "If you want to see beggars, conflicts, rape, refugees, or industrial scale theft, come to the north. The north is Nigeria's major problem." Another youth even questioned why people in the north are angry about Tinubu's tax reforms. He said, if northern leaders won't develop their region, let Tinubu develop the south. At least he is trying to create opportunity for his region. All what our leaders have brought us is to sponsor banditry and kidnapping. These are harsh but powerful words, and the frustration is clear. Guys, I will let you watch this video for yourself so you can see exactly what I am talking about. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Take a look and remember to share your thoughts after watching.
All of us, including my humble self standing here, all the politicians in northern Nigeria, in the last 15 years, we should be held accountable to what is happening in northern Nigeria in terms of poverty, unemployment, lack of education, lack of security. As of 2016, some of us that live here in Kaduna, and Northwest in particular, were not aware of anything called banditry, kidnappings, or insurgency. If there's anybody here who is aware of that, can also attest to the fact that as of 2016, not 2019, 16, there was nothing like kidnappings even in Benogwari. I can tell you that for a fact. What went wrong?
There's a big attack on the educational system in northern Nigeria. There's a serious agenda to keep the people of northern Nigeria uneducated. Why was Almajiri school system scrapped? Why was it abandoned? Why are the insurgents and insecurity affecting schools? Why is the Almajiri system that is leading a lot of children astray, that is causing untimely death of children, malnutrition? All these abandoned children are used as pawns during whatever. Why are they still allowed to function? I am not a Muslim, so for one, I would not tell you I understand wholeheartedly what the Almajiri system is all about. But I have questions. Who accounts for the lives of these children when they die untimely? Who accounts for them when they do not eat? Why is this system allowed to flourish in the north? Even though we know it does more harm than good. A lot of people will come after me and start attacking me and say, Almajiri, you don't understand it, keep quiet. I know, when I don't do it before, so it's not news. I'm not bothered about you, and I don't even care about what you think. I'm just asking these questions. Why is it that all the schools that have been attacked are mostly in the north? First, the northern system of education is even, I will talk about it separately. But now, I definitely, and I am very sure that the system of education in northern Nigeria is planned. There's just a plan around it. Think about it for a second. All the school children that have been kidnapped, all the universities, the secondary schools that have been attacked, what areas are they? Why is it that people are not bringing educational system and programs to northern Nigeria? We have the highest number of out of school children, yet we still keep building mosques and churches. Nobody is building school, nobody is rehabilitating the children, nobody is giving these scholarships that you are seeing. All of them are scam. Because how many scholarships do they give to the North? The very few elites who send the children out abroad to study, they attack them. Congo also tried it. What happened? Did somebody continue? No. Our children had to be brought back to Nigeria because some of them could not pay their school fees. Had to be absorbed back into the system. So why is the system of education in northern Nigeria under attack? We need to answer this question. I'm honestly very concerned. Have you seen the teachers in the north? So boring.
When this thing started, what effort did it not to do to nip it in the bud? All these military should do this, military should not do this. It's not the same people that have pampered them up to this stage. Remember when Jonathan wanted to finish them, what did the northern leaders do? That's why I will never take them serious, so Mr. Okoro. Count me out. Whenever they are talking about, I won't take them serious. They are very, very deceitful. They are using this terrorism to get what they want from Nigeria. Anybody that does not agree with them, they will unleash this their bad boys on them. That's what they are doing. They have become a full soldier to the north. At least Sheikh Gumi told us that these bandits, so they are their boys. Anybody that attack them will not get their vote. So what are you now saying? With this kind of mindset, will any northern leader come and tell me that truly they don't like this, you know? Meanwhile, they are the one that brought it about. They created it. They empowered them. Sheikh Gumi said whenever he's going into the bush to commune with his boys, that federal government official and state official used to give him backup. All this has happened here now. So, at what point now will I not believe that they are no longer interested in what is going on?
Okay, Barrister, you said something about the governors not doing enough, but you will also understand that this insecurity seems to have footprints in certain parts of the north. And I'm talking about, it seems to be concentrated more in Sokoto, Zamfara, Northwest. Then if you go to the northeast, a place like Bauchi, Bauchi is clearly not as, it's not very, how can I put it? You know, there seems to be some kind of peace in Bauchi. And if you look at Adamawa, if you look at Taraba, you know, they have
that is why I told you that there's
so why is it that this insecurity seems to, you know, have footprints in some parts of the state, in some parts of the northwest and northeast?
There is something they are looking for in those places. Go and check. Even Benue, Plateau, these are predominantly Christian communities. It's short, middle belt. Where this thing is so hot. Go and check. There is something they want to establish in these places. Apparently, what is going on in those places, they don't like it or they don't want it. And so, they must go there to establish or make a point. That is what is going on. So, when people come and say it is not ordinary terrorism and what is it called, insurgency, it's a lie. It's a lie. They are working towards an answer. These guys is a well-orchestrated plan. That is why those sponsoring them, nobody want to mention their name. Nobody want to expose them. We only hear that some have been prosecuted.
Yes, I was coming to that because
so
the president...
where are they?
The president...
Come, let me tell you the major problem of Nigeria. The major problem of Nigeria is northern part of the country. Northern Nigeria are the major problem of Nigeria. If you want to see conflict, northern Nigeria. Rape, northern Nigeria. Refugees, northern Nigeria. Thieves. In fact, if you want to see thieves stealing on an industrial scale, come to northern Nigeria. Thieves fully engaged in primitive accumulation, come to northern Nigeria. In fact, I am from northern Nigeria. I am proud to be an indigenous of Borno State. I am from Borno State. I am proud to be an indigenous of Borno State, from the northern part of the country. But I want to tell you that the major problem of this country is northern part of the country. These are people, if you want to see hatred, if you want to see conflict, if you want to see nepotism, cronyism, any other thing you can label. In fact, northern problem, if you carve out southern part of the country from Nigeria and give it 10 years, they are going to be recognized among community of nations because of the development they will have. 70% of the people who govern this country are from the northern part of the country. But if you want to see hunger, starvation, and any other thing, it's from the north. Why? We are the major problem. But our people doesn't want us to be speaking the truth, and that is why we continue to somersault in this kind of issue. Look at what is happening today. Look at what is happening today. In fact, on a daily basis on our television screen, what you see, they are sad news. They are sad news. There is no single thing, no opportunity that has not been given to the northern part of the countries, but they have not been utilizing it appropriately.
Why are the northern leaders angry? Northern youths angry about Tinubu tax reform? Why are you angry? Are you people stupid? Sorry for using harsh words, but are you people out of your senses? You people say you don't want to build the north. You people say you don't want to build your zone. Somebody is trying to build his own zone despite the fact that he lost election in his state. He's trying to build his own state, and you people are complaining. Do you know how long you people have been in power? What have been the tangible thing you people done for north? It is how to share money VAT now on the para on top praise. They say when I no go gree, I no go gree. What do you want me to do? Me live in South people, go the build people for north. When we are on the power, we do something that will generate revenue for now. We create job, create company, we create seaport where we say money go enter north so that industry go dey north. Now no dey do that one. Now only banditry and kidnapping una sabi sponsor.
Do you know why we now have high prevalence of kidnapping in Nigeria? Now, it's not as if kidnapping is new to Nigeria. As a matter of fact, we were used to kidnapping on a very, very, very low scale. But I want to draw your attention to the period where your former president, Buhari, opened the border for his brothers from other countries to troop into Nigeria. Now, here is, when we talk about this kidnapping, it appears we don't know the degree to which we are all endangered in this country. So I'm going to paint a picture to give you how gruesome or how precarious our situation is in Nigeria. For starters, let us reason this way. Now you have the poorest and the homeless, the hungry of a particular country trekking and flooding into Nigeria. It is a pity I was searching through YouTube to get that video where the borders were open and hordes of Fulanis were thronging into Nigeria. Now let me paint a picture. Now imagine you bring a destitute from another country, one who is a poorer country, then you are bringing the destitute of a poorer country to Nigeria. Now they're in this country. They have no skills. They have no money. And they are so fertile that they can give birth. I was in Warri the other day. One small girl, I think if you calculate Buhari's 8 years, so if you look at them, some of their offspring should be around 3, 4, 5, 6 years. And the small girl that came pretending to be crippled was pulling at me to feed them. Now, if you have these hordes of foreigners flooding into your country without an address, they don't have an address. So their address is currently number 1, Bush Road, heading to the forest. Now, they've occupied mostly forest. What will be the occupation of the children? That's the one you see begging on your street. They've moved away from the north. They are in the south because the target is to take away land from south. What will be the job of the women? To give birth to more Fulanis. So how will they eat? The men will obviously find a means. Now they are not in your farms farming. Obviously all the men that trooped into Nigeria cannot be rearing cattle. So what exactly are they doing? Now you understand why we have this high prevalence of kidnapping. And when they kidnap, why is it that they demand for such outrageous sum of money, 100 million, 20 million, even if they know that the type of money they are asking is not within the financial earnings of the kidnappee? So right now, when they first came, like in Plateau State, they were all over terminals, they were everywhere. But now they've dissipated, they've integrated. They've managed to rent houses. They've integrated with themselves with the sympathizers. Now, until we take this menace, we take the bull of this menace, or until we take the bull or this menacing bull by the horn, we'll keep pretending. Imagine a text message that was sent to me where, in order to prove how serious they are, they were raping the girl while the phones were audible to the people that they are demanding ransom from. And if kidnappers are using phones to call their target to bring money, the last time I checked, when you want to register your phone, you register with your BVN, which has your photograph, which has your last address, which shows the banks that you are banking with. With your BVN practically gives you an idea of who you are. It shows you the numbers you have called, the phone numbers you have called, and those phone numbers you have called, they all too have BVN. So if you want to catch somebody that uses a phone to call you, it's very easy to catch, because it's just a matter of investigating the numbers that they've called and tracing it back to them. Now, why this kidnapping will prolong itself is because I sense there's a deliberate lacklusterness or unwillingness by those responsible to quell it, to stop it. Because even those they kidnap are selective. We hardly come on internet hearing Fulanis that are being kidnapped. The victims are mostly Christians and people from the south. So I'm using this opportunity to talk to the relevant security agencies that the idea that you can allow this hydra-headed kidnapping monster to prevail for this long leaves so much to be desired and leaves so much to be told. If they are using phone numbers to call their victims, then you can use the same phone number to track them. Nigeria is capable of being great. We just need people. Our police can actually do very well if they put their mind into it. It's just that somehow the powers that be from Abuja will prevent our security agencies from doing what they ought to do. This is my small piece, and I believe I've touched somewhere. But I do know one thing for sure, that this menace cannot continue forever. So what I'm saying is simple. When push comes to shove, the victims will definitely fight back. Nigeria cannot continue to stay behind and watch a few miscreants that are not up to the population or the least populated people in Nigeria hold Nigeria by the balls. Very soon, the questions we have shied away from asking that has led and plunged Nigeria into this abysmal phase that we are ashamed to describe ourselves as Nigeria will definitely come to question it.